What's up guys, welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution 3, and we are now on the challenges, and we're on the third challenge if we're going down in trophy order, and it's Clark County Finances. So of course we're going to be doing it in Jurassic difficulty, and our part-time is 2 hours and 30 minutes. Conditions: Savour Struggling Park and Marketplace enabled. So let's go.
You know what Las Vegas has plenty of? Money! Shame we're not actually in Vegas, though, because this park has rolled nothing but snake eyes, financially speaking. Or should that be dinosaur eyes? Anyway, your job here is to turn the park's fortunes around with a... let's call it modest starting budget. You get going, I'll head to the Strip and do, competitor analysis. Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is just pause it, guys, and see what we've got. So we've got a couple of escapee dinosaurs to begin with, and they're going to cause an issue in regards to, like, not having, guests in the park. We need our response facility to be repaired. So that's got to be one of our first things to do, repair that. And let's repair this just for 2 minutes. So if we make that as our first sort of priority, what I'm thinking, because we've got this really large area here of water, we should think about leveling this off and making maybe our starting area around here, like our entrance into the park, arrival point down here, all the commodities down here. I think that's probably going to be a great start. So if we can get this response team sorted, we can tranquilize those and put them into there just for a holding for now. We should demolish that, and that, and also think about fixing these. So that's got to be our first priorities. So we're going to press play, and while we're waiting for things to happen, we are going to start flattening our terrain. That's not going to cost us a penny. What's going to cost us most is the fact that we'll have no guests in the park. As soon as that is repaired and working, we can then think about getting these dinosaurs tranquilized and moved. And then making our other dinos happy and making some sort of start on this park. We have 2.5 hours to get this right, guys, and to get 5-star, as you can see at the bottom, we have to increase total dinosaurs to 55, guests up to
A comfortable
2,000.
dinosaur is one that's significantly easier to manage. Keeping them content should be a priority.
Profit per minute is at least 500 from amenities, 500,000 that is, and 95% dinosaur happiness rating. So what have we got? Right, we've got a capture team. Let's get them going. Anything that's out of the pen.
Acknowledged. New objective received. New asset reported. Heads up, got a new asset. Asset report incoming. New asset ID'd.
And these as well. So forget all that operational.
On my way for that repair.
Our odds
See
of
if we can get
success
that
improve
done.
when the dinosaur's welfare is taken care of. So let's take care of it.
So multi-select mode. We want the Microcetosaurus. 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Finalize selection. Let's move them up to here.
Acknowledging asset collection request. Heading to pick up the asset.
Why is this fence still not repaired? I don't know.
New objective incoming.
Right, so what I'm kind of thinking, guys, is we might have a cracking place to start here. So let's go. Let's demolish a couple of things. Demolish that, demolish that.
Asset has been collected.
I have a few things in mind, guys. A few things in mind.
Asset transported. Transportation complete. Asset requiring collection. Picking up asset.
What have I done? Right, so we're going to move the arrival point.
Transportation complete.
We're going to move that here. Move that down here as well.
Transit has commenced.
kind of want is it running parallel.
Transportation complete.
With that fence in.
Asset has been delivered. Asset delivered.
Right. Move that. I'm trying here to really make a good start. So what I'm thinking here, guys, is that we then
Objective received.
make this a nice large enclosure for these guys over here.
Out on patrol.
Just for now, we're going to do that, right? Let's see what these need. So, ground fibre, brown leaf, and water. Right, they should be happy just for the time being.
Collecting asset.
He needs for now prey. Okay, right. So then, I'm thinking put a couple of rocks at the ends here.
Transit has commenced.
Just to kind of finish that, and then let's demolish anything we can from inside, and then fix anything that just needs fixing.
Asset transportation complete. Responding to repair request. Copy that. I can fix it up. En route to repair.
Right, so enclosures, let's now get
Confirmed.
the ranger teams.
Request acknowledged.
And let's see if we can't get them happy. let's start getting some people into this park.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new viewing gallery, ready for you to observe our magnificent animals.
As soon as we've got some guests, we've got 85 guests in the park now.
Responding to repair
Get rid of them.
request.
Right. Let's start trying to turn a profit here, guys, before we run out of money. Let's see what our dinosaur comfort's at. 90%. Yeah, we're not going to get that 100%, are we? But we've made a start there, guys. We have made a start there. So let's think about a new enclosure this side. And again, using rocks to help us kind of finish the enclosure like that.
New objective incoming.
Attention personnel. We have detected
We need
power
them to make
outages.
money. So,
Please respond. restroom is now open to use for whenever nature calls.
I'm hoping we can at least turn a little bit of a profit. Because we really need to now.
Asset requiring collection.
We're getting reports that some of the animals are experiencing heightened levels of stress. If the dinosaurs are on edge, it's only a matter of time until our guests are too. Let's get this under control.
Asset transportation in progress.
We need to get a quick contract here. Some photos that would help us. That would also help us.
Eyes on the asset. Storms fast.
Any sort of like quick photo. There we go.
I
We've
couldn't
got
be
our
certain that
conflict
joining
done.
this group would actually
That's
lead to
helped
helping
us.
the dinosaurs.
That's
but,
helped us,
oh,
guys.
man, am I glad it is. And really, that's mostly down to your good work. Thank you.
Right, so if we can now get...
Asset delivering consent.
Security should be proactive first, instead of reactive to disaster later. From your recent performance, I think you understand that.
at least that in. We can get more people into the park.
Resuming patrol.
Right, so... Oh, okay. 2.5 million, I'll say that. That's going to help us.
Transportation complete.
Right, let's keep this moving now, guys. So, let's get our maintenance team fixing those.
Inbound on that
Get that
repair request.
fixed.
Responding to repair request. On the way for that
Get
repair
them
job.
fixed. And then as soon as we've kind of got some things sorted here, we'll be good. I think we're good to start kind of getting stuff done. Right, these got a couple of comfort issues.
The right
so-
scenery can have a profound effect on an animal's well-being. Let's see
Cover
just how
is
beneficial
fine.
it can be to these animals.
Water and a bit of pasture, and they're going to be happy. Good. Right, so that's going to bring guests in. That's going to help us with a profit here now, guys. Yes, we're now starting to make profit, which is brilliant. And we can now think about bringing those other dinos down. from the top up there. And increasing our appeal. Oh, even better. It's done it naturally.
You ever heard of a keystone species? It's one that has a disproportionate impact on their ecosystem compared to other organisms. You, my friend, are this company's keystone species.
And again, we're going to use a rock here. Just apart from the fact it's frozen. Oh. I have no idea what this game is doing right now. Okay, the game is just like doing kind of whatever it wants. Okay, so luckily it's not done too much there in regards to... I had to reset the game. Did have to reset the game, but it doesn't look like it's done too much damage there. Gone back literally 10-20 seconds. Okay, so we're going to finish there. And then we're going to go back to scenery and we're going to add a rock again. Hopefully, we've got no... disturbance there. Right, so the plan is now, let's get these moved from up here.
Asset report incoming. Incoming asset ID. Asset reported.
Yes, that's fine. We'll move that over to this enclosure here. We want a gate. Now let's have a quick look at our contracts, because we want to keep on top of these contracts. So complete an expedition. Okay, nice. So as soon as we have moved our dinos. Oh, hold on, we can move these now. So let's move these into our main area. We can then start thinking about some expeditions and stuff. And with obviously with expeditions, you're going to get the opportunity to earn a bit of extra cash as well from selling fossils and stuff. So that's always good.
Across the site. Available personnel, please respond.
So let's go and get our first expedition done.
Request acknowledged.
Let's transport these. So 1. Multi-select, so 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's get them moved into their new enclosure down
Asset
here.
requiring collection. Picking up asset. Heading to collect the asset.
Great, so that is now our first sort of like setup here. We've got 2.3 million. We can now start looking at how we're going to make things better here.
Transportation in progress.
Oh, beautiful. We're going to actually need to hire another scientist. Yep. Cool. Right. So 26 minutes in, we now have a really nice, easy sort of setup. We're going to move these dinos. We could then... Let's, in fact, demolish all these and get some money back.
Asset being transported. Asset transportation underway.
Demolish all this. Demolish all of this, guys. Get that repaired and sell that as well. And then we've got a clean slate to start with. Properly sort of like clean slate. Let's level off this a little bit. Then we can start looking at creating some new dinosaurs. Let's get some research done, stuff like that as well. Because I'm thinking we need to get nests in maybe. Because if we can get nests, we can get some breeding done. That's going to increase our dinosaurs, our appeal, and stuff like that. Wait till we get some more. So let's have a look at our research. So attractions, let's not worry about attractions at the minute. Operations, so we want a staff centre first. So let's get a staff centre done.
Asset transported. Out on patrol. Heading right to the asset now.
Okay, so we got that. Let's have a look at our next bit of research. So operations. Power stations, not too worried about for now. Come on, research, right. So dig sites, that would be needed. Enclosures. So let's get some ground nests researched.
Asset has been delivered. Asset transported.
Okay, so let's look at our next research. So we've got some dig sites. Lagoons, we're not doing lagoons at the minute. Now, what we are going to do here, guys, is a hatchery, right? But we're not actually going to have it connected to anything. Because you can actually, obviously, airlift everything out. Let's have a look at some more research. Make profit? Yeah, we'll try and do that. And then we'll go and do some more excavations and start doing this. Right, let's get a small hotel.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your comfort, we've increased the hotel capacity of the park. Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new viewing platform, ready for you to gain an elevated view of our wonderful dinosaurs.
Okay, right. So, next thing is, we need a medical centre. So let's get a medical thing in as well.
Attention personnel. We have a sick animal in need of treatment. Available personnel, please respond.
Understood. Add it to the list.
So how did he get out? Great. Why has that not been resupplied? How are they getting out there? this again.
Heading to collect the asset.
Okay, right, that should sort that out. Nice.
Attention
Yeah, nice.
personnel. We have detected power outages across the site. Available
Asset in
personnel,
transit.
please respond.
Asset delivered. Keep an eye out for work. Adding staff.
Right, okay, so let's do this. Let's get back on top of this now before we lose too much.
Adding to the list.
Wow, how many of these have got bloody tuberculosis, man? So research flying reptiles dig sites 2. Oh, okay. Right, scientists, rest, rest, rest. No oh my god, right. And then we're going to start getting some more dinos in.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be advised that our weather forecasts predict an incoming sandstorm. Take cover until the sandstorm has passed.
Right, let's see what we've got. So we've got 5 of them in. So let's go with them. See if they're capable of going in with anything else. How are we doing for time? 43 minutes. So let's go one male. Two females. And let's see if they're capable of going with anything else. God, this is all going wrong, isn't it? Like, immediately.
Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for any inconvenience experienced during our recent handling of anomalous events. Synthesis procedure complete.
Let's see. So, they're good to go in here, by the looks of it.
En route to collect the asset.
Brilliant. Okay, we're starting to see now something, at least.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Protoceratops to the park. Ladies and gentlemen, the
Assets in
Sandstorm
transit.
has now passed.
We are relying quite heavily here now on our scientists, but I think we're going to be okay. I kind of want to put an Avery in, I think that's going to help us boost things. Also want to see what other dinos are going to make a difference as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Protoceratops to the park.
Delivery has been completed.
Viewing platform, ready for you to gain an elevated view of our wonderful dinosaurs.
Oh, good. Good, we've got some babies.
Gentlemen,
Asset transported.
Okay, so currently we are up to 22 total dinosaurs, 480 guests. Let's see what else we can go with here. Okay, we don't quite have the skill for that. Let's see if we can level up a scientist. So let's see if we can get some of them Orvoraptors in. So let's think about where we kind of want to go. So I think we're going to need a monorail at some point. And that would probably sit nicely just about here.
Asset transportation complete.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added
Okay, right, let's
gallery
crack on with
ready
what
for
we're
you
doing.
to observe our
So let's put 2 males, 2 females in. And let's go with a new enclosure. So guests, attractions, viewing gallery. Not sure why the terrain's too steep. Let's fix that. Okay, right. So that's going to be our new enclosure.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new viewing gallery, ready for you to observe our magnificent animals.
Heading to pick up the asset. Asset to be collected.
Okay, that says little dudes, doesn't it? Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, so we can go with now getting a couple of birdies. Hold on, why aren't these happy? So let's have a look. Missing water. Okay. I mean, there's loads of room in there, so I'm not really worried about that too much. I don't think these are going to be a problem either.
Delivery has been completed. Asset transportation in progress.
So just a quick look at where we are currently at. 2.3 out of 5 stars. We've got 26 out of 55 total dinosaurs. That's about to go up because we've got some to be born. 489 people. Park. 90k per minute now for amenities. Current dinosaur average comfort is at 92%. We have just put some new dealers in there, so they're going to probably not
We
be
are pleased
quite
to
right
welcome a colorful
until we
tourist to the
look
park.
at that. So a little bit of cover. Brown leaf. Bit of water. And carnivore feeder. Good, right. So let's research some guests, attractions. I'm gonna have to put them on to rest again in a minute. Okay, so let's see if we can get some cheeky ones of them born, and then we can work on our next bit of progress.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new viewing gallery, ready for you to observe our magnificent animals.
So let's go with a balloon tour. Okay, so we've got some more movement. Ah, we've got some baby Gallimimus. So, guys, we are up to 39 out of 55. That is absolutely flying. That's helping our star rating go up. 691 people in the park, and we are now making a little bit of profit. Good. Right, let's see what else we can do. We've got some fossils. Still waiting to be done. In fact, let's go and do another expedition first. Okay, that's not going to happen until we've rested our scientists.
Confirming task.
Okay, so let's see what we've got room-wise. Taking quite a bit of land away. Let's get rid of that. And let's start with our own aviary over here. Beautiful, I like that. Make that worth kind of while going that way as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new viewing gallery, ready for you to observe our magnificent animals.
Understood. Pressing additional task.
Okay, so we might have to hire another scientist now. Yeah, he's not bad.
New asset reported.
What? Why did she? Why did that ram me there?
Control relinquished.
Right, we can research that in a minute. Before that gets out of hand. How we doing? Time-wise, we're up to an hour. You can't tell me, out of all those guests, there's only a handful of adventurous guests. Wow.
Synthesis procedure complete. Incubation personnel, please stand by. Ladies and gentlemen, our restroom is now open to use for whenever nature calls.
Right, good. So we're now making 106,000 profits. Let's get back to the... Oh, God. Only one. Gonna have to get another one of them made as well. Oh, we need to search Avrian. Oh, ow. Drop armor toe then. Right, let's get these cured. Avery viewing galleries.
Synthesis procedure complete.
Get another one made
Incubation
in a minute. So research, tractions. Good, because we need money.
Ladies and gentlemen, our weather forecast has been updated. The sandstorm threat level has been raised.
Okay, so we're doing alright here, guys. We're not doing too bad. I feel like there's a storm on the way again.
Avian reptiles.
Yep, as predicted.
Shield your eyes and proceed to take cover.
Rain. Come on, Storm, blow over, please. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for any inconvenience experienced during our recent company
So let's get that done. And then we're going to go and do some more expeditions. Money's quite slow at the minute still, but we are getting there. Oh, he's pretty much seem happy-ish.
Ladies and gentlemen, the sandstorm has now passed. Please resume your normal activity. Synthesis procedure complete. Incubation personnel, please stand by.
It's actually pretty cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Tropiognathus to the park.
You do really need a male. Yes, 500,000. Great. So we need to start researching some more stuff as well. Wider paths and monorails, I think. Wow. Time-wise, we're about halfway now, so got to keep pushing this, guys. We're only up to 1.6 million at the minute, so bit of work to currently be done. Okay, so let's get medium and replace on. Let's get our main paths replaced. Good, right, so we are looking pretty sharp here, guys. Right, monorails researched. What else can we kind of research that's going to make medium amenities? That's great.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome you to Overraptor. Attention personnel. A new monorail station has opened and guests will be arriving shortly.
Okay, so we got. Oh, nice.
Ladies and gentlemen,
So we're up to now. Part rating 3.6. Total dinosaurs 51 out of 55. Number of guests 1123. That is growing lovely. So once our, I think we need to get a male one of these done now. As a next sort of task. too much discomfort. Some bit of ground fibre. Missing a bit of cover. Okay, cool. Right, that should now really help bring people in.
I'll
Okay,
fix
so
up
1
this
minute
damage.
53 for that. They're going to be happy over there then. Then we need to think about where we're going Dino-wise. We've got room here. Plenty of room still, to be fair. And there's probably guys, I'm not going to lie, chance, we need to probably see if we can get a couple of females of them done. Yeah, I think we should be able to do that. Well, they'll be a bit happier now with the male. Then, you know, money's actually looking alright now, guys. Let's go with 3 females.
Synthesis procedure complete. Incubation personnel.
Acknowledging asset collection request.
Good. So that now takes us up to our 55. 1170 customers in the park.
Asset in transit.
Right, so we're going to see
Ladies and gentlemen,
an increase now of our profit.
Delivery has been completed. Asset transportation.
Let's look at what other dinos we can do. Let's go try and get that one up. It's going to be the guess that seems to be the tough one. Realistically,
ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Dilophosaurus to
Transporting
the
assets.
spend a bit of money on scientists now, because the scientists are going to be the ones that will really help us now.
Asset has been transported.
Let's see
Ladies and gentlemen, please be advised
what these
that our
dudes
weather
are
forecast-
actually good with. Doesn't like any species. Cool. Right, so maybe more flying dinosaurs at the minute aren't really that much of an issue. Edmonsaurus, that would work, because what we want is others that can go mixed in with other dinosaurs as well, just to really help boost the ratings.
Ladies and gentlemen, our weather forecast has been updated. The sandstorm threat level.
Ah, we've got another storm. Right. Let's get breeze past that storm.
Attention personnel. A new monorail station has opened and guests will be arriving shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for any inconvenience experienced
Wow,
during the
5 of
peaceful
them.
handling of anomalous events. We are pleased to welcome an Oviraptor to the park.
Okay, so with an hour left, I think we should start looking further afield. I reckon something like a lagoon would work. Triceratops. Actually, we're going to go Triceratops first because Triceratops are. I'll just lose $250,000. If you go on to our appeal modifiers, Triceratops are up 99. And if we're going to start moving into this area here, that's probably our best sort of place to then start putting more dinos. And then I'm thinking, oh, we didn't even do that then. I'm thinking then, so more shops here, some Triceratops, and then maybe a lagoon over here. So we can start researching lagoons and stuff like that. I'm going to give the Triceratops a fairly decent sized enclosure, and I'm thinking mainly because we can put other dinosaurs in with the Triceratops. So it's quite a large enclosure, but then it means we can kind of go round, do the lagoon over here, and like I said, a couple of shops and stuff like that too. So let's get a gate. And of course then, the other thing being, you kind of put a few different viewing galleries and stuff like that really does bring more people. So let's go back to fossils. So we need to increase our revenue by about 165k, and we still need about 750 more people in the park. So let's look at research and go to enclosures. Okay, so let's research lagoons. Just want to make a quick save. I don't know what I'm overwriting there, but we're overwriting it. Right. So, what are we thinking here? Triceratops. Have we got enough geome? Yes, I think we have. They're only going to take 19 seconds. Cool. And Triceratops, like I said, have got a much higher rating as well. Then I'm also thinking, let's go and do an expedition to find some something lagoony. Dunculus, that will do. 1 minute 49, cool. got our synthesis completed. Oh, only one viable egg. Okay, what's happened here, guys? Okay. Right, so I've reloaded there. Now, I don't. Yeah, we're up to 57%. So we've gone back slightly there. I'm not entirely sure what we've done there. I'm not entirely sure what we're researching here either. Are we researching lagoons? Yes, we have. We've researched lagoons. So, I think we should also look at researching. We're going to need a lagoon hatchery. Lagoon viewing galleries. I'm not entirely sure what happened there with that really bright white light then. Now the other thing is as well, I think we need to get a little bit more Triceratops geode. Only because I want to be able to breed male. So let's just fast forward, get some of these things done. Let's go back to research. Oh, Triceratops is at 71%. Right, okay. Now the reason I've just researched core upgrades is I want to see if we can get the upgrade here. I think we might have to, yeah, fossil upgrades, that's it. Do them, then we'll rest our scientists and keep moving. So let's fast forward that. Now I reckon we get some Triceratops in. I do want to see if it's possible just to get a little bit more research done, and I'm only thinking here because I want to try and get not better yields, but I want to be able to put upgrades on other things. Research, operations, additional upgrade slots. Well, it can only really be that, can't it? Ah, right, that's the one we need. Right, okay, so we'll research that in a second as well. In fact, we could probably research it. Oh no, we can't. Otherwise, I'd have put it on for research then, wouldn't I? So it's actually under enclosures. It's only 17 seconds. Right, so let's get that onto there. Now what I'm thinking is guarantees eggs synthesis, and well, let's put additional bays on. Right, so let's get some Triceratops. Go and do an expedition to there too. Okay, so Triceratops. Let's see what we've got. So intolerant, intolerant, intolerant. As long I could deal with intolerant. It's mainly aggressive that really stops them going with other dinos. So we'll do 4 of them. That should then help us get some more guests in. So let's start looking at well, I reckon we can do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new viewing platform, ready for you to gain an elevated view of our wonderful dinosaurs.
Right, then we make sure that we've got
we have added a new viewing gallery, ready for
restroom.
you to observe our magnificent animals. Ladies and gentlemen,
and an
our
emergency
restroom is
shelter
now open
over this
to
side.
use for whenever nature calls.
Okay, so fossils, let's go to that. Oh yes, look at all this to sell. Great. Just want to see if it's possible now. Oh, extraction capacity. It costs $1 million. But worth it. So time-wise, we've got 50 minutes left. Oh, that worked nicely. What? A wild animal has been seen roaming the building. Chance of losing 100,000. I'm not really bothered about losing 100,000 at this sort of point. See, the problem with that is it's right on the edge, so I think if we do it... We've got our Triceratops ready to release. So let's release them via airlift. Now they probably will go with others, but
Picking up asset. Heading to pick up the asset.
we're going to go in a new enclosure. And then let's go with... Something we haven't done yet. Now, will they go with Triceratops? Yeah, they'll go with Stegosaurus. So let's get some of them done.
Setting additional tasks. Commencing asset transit.
Put another paleomedical facility here. So that we've got covered in sort of enclosures. And let's go with, oh, we can only have females of them, but that's fine. 13 seconds and they're ready to be released as well. So at the minute we've got the Dunkleocetus. Let's get a couple of them in.
Asset in transit.
Can't release them quite yet, so what we're going to do here is just roughen up the terrain around the outside here. Edge it a little bit like that.
Commencing asset transit. Delivery has been completed.
Hold on, we've got our Triceratops in now, so let's see what they need. So they're missing ground fibre. Water. And a bit of wetland, and that will also, if we put them on in trees, will help. Cover too. Brilliant, so that's our environment for them. So we're now up to 1,400 guests.
Asset transported.
Let's now go for our drinking, shopping amenities and stuff. They will bring in money. Don't worry about that. Change product 34, 40, 46. Change features 74, 98, 100. Cool. Cool. Right, so we're up to 1,500 guests almost now. We've only got viable eggs, one. Oh, he's aggressive too. Cool. We'll synthesize a few more of them in a minute too. Let's get these released via airlift.
Heading to pick up the asset. Asset to be collected.
Large hotel. Let's get one of them researched too. We can put Got a large hotel over here. Now let's get our next path going.
Asset has been selected.
Cool. Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome an Edmontosaurus to the park. Ladies and
Transportation underway.
we have added a gallery ready for you to observe our marvelous marine reptiles.
Not too worried about the money at the minute, guys. Not gonna lie. Okay, where is he? He's there. So he's missing fish. So let's get
Commencing
that in.
asset transit. Asset delivered.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new viewing gallery ready for you to observe our marvelous marine reptiles.
Starting patrol. Acknowledged. It's on the to-do list.
Some maintenance, get it up. Right, so we're now up to 1624, and the profit is almost there at 449. We're up to. Oh, hold on. Tuberculosis on site. Hold on, and these aren't happy either. A little bit of pasture.
We are pleased to welcome
Here we go. So we've got 3 more of these replaced. Cool. So just make sure that they are all happy. Brilliant. Great, 100%. Not an issue.
Thank you for your patience and understanding.
Cover that up there a little bit. Right, seems everything's happy at the minute. Good stuff.
Asset has been transported.
Large hotel.
For your
Brilliant. So we're up to 1618. tuberculosis on site by the looks of it.
Observe our magnificent
They are getting treated though by the looks of it too. So let's do the inoculation as well. Okay, right, so we're now meeting that target, 500,000 per minute. Let's create some of them, and let's also put our scientists onto rest as well. Oh, we've got some fossils still to be extracted too. See, he's aggressive. That one there is aggressive, so we're not going to take that one. For the very simple fact that when they're aggressive, they don't like to go with any other species. So, right, so we're up to 1,700 guests. How long have we got? We've got just over 30 minutes, 38 minutes at the minute. So, fingers crossed, we can really boost this up. So I reckon we need. We've researched all the dig sites, to be fair. So we need to find something different that's going to give us a boost. Pterodons, and yeah, they might be okay. We could put another aviary in. Save jars. Just trying to find something different. Ah, we'll go with them. Let's rest our other scientists that can be rested. To be fair, those little dudes, if we get some of them bred, what's ready to be released? So released via airlift. Let's see where these are capable of going. In there. Oh, they'll actually go in there too. And they'd quite happily go in there as well. And you know what? There's loads of room in there. So let's get them in there. let's put a second
Transit has commenced.
balloon riding. We do it kind of over. These enclosures that aren't necessarily covered. That should bring in extra people, extra income. We're almost there, guys. We just need another 241 people in the park. Oh, we're going to end up with another storm here.
Transit has commenced.
The storm's going to ruin our game here.
Commencing asset transit.
So they can go into there, I think.
Asset transported.
They'll pretty much go with anything, but I'm going to put them in their own little enclosure. Seconds. 8 seconds, that's all it's going to take. Like I said, they'll pretty much go with anything, actually.
Heading to pick up the asset.
I'm going to put them in there.
En route to collect the asset.
That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. We're going to put them in there. So there is another little sort of dinosaur that I know that is in this one as well. That. So they would be quite easy just to put by themselves in a tiny little pen as well. We're slowly getting there now, guys. We've got just over half an hour.
completed. Asset being transported.
So I think there we've got now a complete monorail system.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a
Asset delivered. Asset being transported.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Apis to the park. Ladies and gentlemen, please be advised that our weather
Asset has been delivered. Asset transportation in progress.
attention personnel. A new monarch has opened and guests. Ladies and gentlemen, our weather forecast.
Okay, good. A number of guests have dropped. Oh, they've gone back up again. But now we've got a complete monorail that goes around the outside. You'll have more trains running, which makes it a lot easier for us.
Transportation complete. Commencing asset transit.
It shouldn't be this, just an invention so far. Want a little bit of arid. No, we've got a storm.
Shield your eyes and proceed to the upper until the sandstorm has passed.
Asset transportation complete.
Now, storm could be kind of like the make or break of things as well. You know what storms do in this game, especially if you get a powerful storm.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your comfort, we've increased the hotel capacity of the park.
Confirming asset delivery.
Right, so the storm's blowing over now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for any inconvenience experienced during our recent handling of anomalous events.
And then we can get some more of them in. So we're going to just keep fast forwarding for a minute or two, just to try and see what we can do here in regards to increasing our guests.
Ladies and
Asset collection request
the
received.
sandstorm has now passed. Please resume your normal activity.
So we're up to 1,800 guests
Asset
now in the
transportation
park.
in progress.
pleased to welcome a
Transportation
Brontosaurus to
underway.
the park.
Asset transportation complete.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new viewing gallery, ready
Asset
for
in
you to
transit.
observe our magnificent animals.
Asset has been delivered.
Cool, right. Come on, we've got less than 25 minutes to go now.
Delivery has been completed.
$25 minutes to go, and we've just got less than 200 to get into the park now. Oh, here we go. That could help us. There we go, we've got it.
Well, look at you making the world a better place for dinosaurs, one park at a time. And seeing as I hired you, look at me making the world a better place too, huh? Feels good doing good, doesn't it?
So that is Clark County Commander, and we did that in 2 hours and 6 minutes. We got lucky there though. That last one gave us an extra 250 people in the park right at the end there. But guys, I'm not going to complain at that. So let's just quickly look at what our next one is going to be. So the next one is Indonesian Legend. So that's the Nusa Tenggara Islands on Jurassic difficulty. So guys, join me then. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.